what if my family member's a drug addict? You're going to sell drugs to my own family? That's called hatred for me.
Right.
Read this. Look, read this. You got to be able to be a man and say, yo, you're right. What if his mom, right?
My mom come up to me.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Because you said, what if my mom was doing it? Guess what? My mom would have been asking me. Like,
Your mom would have been asking you. Okay. So, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you that your frame of thinking is wrong. I'm gonna show you.
But you wanna know that?
I'm gonna show you.
That's my way of thinking, though.
All right, and now look.
Because I really don't have any form of control over you.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die. If I sell drugs to any one of you, according to God, I am going to die. It's that kind of thinking of why there's drug dealing in Newburgh.
Right.
It's that kind of thinking why nobody respects black men in Newburgh.
Right.
Think about it. That's why white people look at us and laugh.
Right.
That's why white people say, oh God, please don't let this Tyrone move in my neighborhood.
Right.
Please. I'm going to tell you the truth. If you're having sex with a Chinese woman, she's embarrassed to bring you home. Because she doesn't want Xing Sheng to see you walking through the door. Because her Chinese father is going to be like, why the hell did my daughter marry this nigga?
Right.
That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Why? Because Chinese people think as a race. They know black people don't think as a race. They know black people, that's the race of people that pimp their women, kill each other, keep them away from us.
Right.
That's how they think. You understand? That's how they think. Now read this, finish this.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
So now here's my next question. I'm wrong for pimping women, right? Am I wrong for selling drugs? Yeah, now you thinking. Now you thinking.
Not if you feeding your kid.
Oh, so now
I bring it back to this, right?
Bring it back to this.
Who made these laws which made this illegal?
Who made these laws which made it illegal?
And I say that to say this because before I say that to say this. I say that to say this because weed was once illegal. We was being harassed.
Weed was once illegal.
Beaten,
harassed. Right.
Everything for this drug, and now it's legal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm talking about I couldn't smoke this drug in my house.
So
because
people
thought it was bad.
Look at that picture right there.
Get the picture for him. Get the picture for him. Get the picture for him. Yeah.
Look at that. You saying selling drugs is selling drugs. Okay, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Remember the question. Hold on. Remember the question. My first example was if I'm a pimp and I'm pimping women. You say, yo, that's wrong. So wait, then I said, what if I'm a drug dealer? Am I wrong? You said, well, no, you ain't wrong for that. So what I'm saying is, what's the difference? When I'm pimping a woman, I'm abusing her body. I'm breaking her down mentally. What's the difference if I'm a drug dealer? I'm just using a substance to break your mind down. I'm making money both ways.
Right. Listen, their mind is already broken down to the point that
So-
they just need that.
So you're saying their mind is already broken, and you're saying they need death. So now let me show you something. Now look. Leviticus 19. Read that again.
Bring it out.
Leviticus 19 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
That's called hatred in my heart.
Listen,
That's
look.
hatred,
I
brother.
know somebody, look, they come up to you like, what if somebody, your brother come up to you like, yo, I need this, I'm going to shit on myself right now.
I need this, I'm going to shit on myself. You ever seen The Wire? You ever seen The Wire? Remember The Wire?
Come on, bro.
Go ahead. Finish.
Let your brother shit on yourself right
So you're saying I can sell the drugs to them because they already want it. That's their choice.
there. know they need that. It's
They
not that
need
they
it.
want it. They need that.
They need it. So hold on. That means it's okay for me to sell drugs to your mother?
Listen, my mom's not homeless, so my mom don't
But I'm
need
asking
that.
a question.
My mom don't need that warmth, that feeling.
Let's
in her heart.
say she
don't
did.
need
But
that feeling in her
let's
soul.
say she did.
I'm going to help her out because I got it. I'm
So okay, so now hold on. So wait, hold on. But you're not gonna help my family out?
Listen, if I got it, I will. If
No,
you my
brother,
yes, I will.
But hold on. What you said just didn't
What
make
form-
sense.
what
You said, wait, look, hold on, I'm gonna let you talk. You said they need it. But what if my family member's a drug addict? You're gonna sell drugs to my own family? That's called hatred for me.
Right.
Read this. Look, read this. You gotta be able to be a man and say, yo, you're right.
Right.
That's what you gotta be able. You got what you're saying contradicts each other.
Listen, they hate. Look. They hate.
My mom been doing drugs, right?
Your mom been doing drugs.
I've been in this experience.
You've
right?
been in this experience, okay?
All right, so long story short.
Long story short,
Don't
man.
say it out loud. Don't
Okay,
say it out
okay,
loud.
okay,
Don't
go
say
ahead.
it out
Go
loud.
ahead.
You will
What
give
control?
the, you
What
will give
control? What continuous control and oppression do I have
over his mother? Over his mother.
Over my own
What
mother.
He say that
Like,
his mom is going
If
to
she's
cheat.
asking me like, yo, and I'm saying, like, look,
Give
I'm
me
not
this.
doing that, man.
Well, now,
All right,
what
well,
if
I'm
your
going.
mom-
What if his mom,
Your
right?
mom come up to me.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
If you said, what if my mom was doing it? Guess what? My mom would have been asking me like,
Your mom would have been asking you. Okay. So I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you that your frame of thinking is wrong.
It's not. You
I'm
I'ma show
But
you.
you want to know? But you want to know that?
I'ma show you.
That's my way of
Bro,
thinking.
the
though.
streets is
All right, and now look.
Because I really don't have any form of control
Uh-huh.
over you. Just like if I was in jail, I would want to stimulate my mind and make the
So
time
now
go
look.
up.
Let me show you it's wrong. Let me show you it's wrong.
All
Let me show you it's wrong.
But guess what though?
I'm gonna show you it's wrong. I'm gonna show you right now.
I know it's wrong, but my way of thinking.
Give me. No, I don't want that. Give me Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel chapter 18.
Who else is doing it?
Give me Ezekiel chapter 18. And look, hold on. Ezekiel chapter 18 and verse 18. Listen to this. I want y'all to listen now.
Ezekiel 18 and verse 18. As for his father, because
Hold on, y'all not listening now. I
To
want y'all to
entrap
listen.
us.
I
They
want you to
sold that
listen.
law to entrap us.
Listen. I want you to listen to this.
They sold that
I
law to
want
entrap us.
you to listen to this. Hear what the Bible says. Keep an open mind. Don't be closed mind. Keep an open mind. I'm telling you, your frame of thinking, both of y'all, is wrong. Let me show you why it's wrong. Ezekiel 18:18.
Ezekiel 18 verse 18. As for his father, because he cruelly oppressed, spoiled his brother by violence, and did that which is not good among his people. Lo, even he shall die in his iniquity.
So now, it says, this man that was cruel shall die in his sin. Watch this, read on.
Yet say ye, why? Doth not the son bear the iniquity of the father? When the son hath done that which is lawful and right, and have kept all my statutes, and have done them, he shall surely live.
Now watch what it says. Listen closely. It's giving an example of somebody that's committing a list of sins. Read.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die. If I sell drugs to any one of you, according to God, I am going to die. First and foremost, with one.
Continuously sinning progresses to death.
Right, but I'm letting you know, first thing, I'm wrong with God.
Right.
I'm wrong with the Heavenly Father.
Right.
Because I shouldn't be selling drugs. That's one. Watch this, read on.
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
So what I'm saying is, you said, but look, they want it. But God says, the soul that sinneth, I'm in the midst of sin. I'm the one selling it to you. I'm the one that's in my mind knowing how to get the product, knowing how to get the drugs, and I'm selling it to you. Guess what? Hold on. According to God, I'm wrong.
Right.
But look, hold on. Let me finish. I'm already wrong. The drug addict, he's wrong too.
Right.
I'm showing you I'm wrong and the drug addict is wrong.
Right.
But somebody is going to pay a higher penalty.
Right.
Watch. Read on. Let me break it down to you. Read.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
So the righteous of the righteous will be upon him, and the wicked upon the wicked will be upon him. Now watch this. Keep this in mind. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. Give me Matthew 23:23.
So could he be meaning like?
Meaning,
Could he be meaning like, all right, my brother comes to me and I'll be like, no, that's my brother. Righteously, I'm not gonna give him this. But I hate him, so I'm gonna give it to him. Could he be meaning it like that?
No, when it says the soul that sinneth, it shall die, it means whether you or me, whatever commandments we're breaking, eventually it will lead to death.
Right.
That's all it means. What I'm showing you now is a drug addict and a drug dealer, there's a penalty between both of them. Right. I'm going to show you that with Matthew 23:23. Now watch what Christ says. Remember, you call yourself a God, right? You call yourself a king. You have to think like one.
Right.
That means you have to be able to listen, process the information, and determine what's right and wrong.
Right.
Don't be a biased judge. A biased judge meaning, oh, I'm only going to go off of one opinion. No, now you're being biased. You're not a true judge.
Right.
A true judge, whether you're guilty of it, will say, yo, you know what? You're right. I'm wrong. That's a true judge.
That's right.
Read.
Matthew 23 and verse 23.
Check it out.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees!
So Christ was calling the leaders during that time scribes and Pharisees. Watch what he called them.
Hypocrites!
He called them hypocrites. That's your pastors today. The Bible calls them hypocrites. Read.
For ye pay the tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
The weightier matters of the law mean God's laws has weight.
Right, right.
So here's an example. Here's an example. Here's an example. Get me Matthew chapter 5 and verse 22. A drug addict comes up. He wants crack. He's guilty of sin.
Right.
He's guilty of sin. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16. I'm going to break it down for you. And you be the judge at the end. And we're going to see what kind of judge you are. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
The temple of God is our bodies.
Right.
All of us are the temple of God.
Right.
Because we were made in the image of God.
Right.
God is black.
Right.
Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
In your body is the Spirit of the living God.
Right. Yes, right.
Read.
If any man defile the temple of God.
If you defile the temple of God, how do you defile your body? You get drunk.
Right.
You smoke crack.
Right.
You smoke weed.
Right.
You, what's the other thing? Is it K2 or K20?
K2.
K2. K2. What's the other one? Heroin. Fentanyl. Ecstasy. Percocet. I'm using my body that God said is a temple, and I'm using it with illegal substance. I'm wrong. I'm wrong with God. God will judge me. How will God judge me? I may smoke one that's laced.
Right.
And then I lose my mind. I go crazy. I'm being judged by God. Remember, the soul that sinneth.
If you don't have it, you might go without it. God might put you in a position where you're going to go without it. You're not going to smoke it. And you might lose your mind.
Yeah, you could wait. Explain the lose your mind part.
Like
All right,
you
some
might
people
do
go
something
through
to
detox
somebody to
without-
get it.
all right,
without
Oh yeah, correct. But here's the point. The point is, because I'm an addict and I need it, I'm guilty of defiling what? My temple.
Right.
So now, here's what else I'm going to show you now. Give me Exodus chapter 23. Exodus 23. Here's what I'm showing you now. I'm also guilty if I'm the one providing you with it.
Right.
I'm guilty.
Right.
I'm guilty. Because I'm the one that gave it to you. I'm guilty. You understand? The white man's guilty. How does drugs get in this community?
Bring it out.
From the white man.
Right.
He's guilty.
We're making these laws that they're illegal in the first place.
No, I'm showing you God's law.
We know God. We know God. We know.
Right.
Morally, we know it's wrong. But let's say.
But here's the thing.
Let's say I came into this world and.
But no. Don't think like that. You said you're a God. You're a king, right? Wait. You said you're a God, right? I want you to think like a God.
Right.
Okay. So look. We're not even dealing with the laws of the land. We're dealing with God.
Right.
God, the Heavenly Father. There you go. So, but no, say this. It's wrong with God.
Right.
You understand? Now watch this. Read this. Exodus 23 and verse.
The ones who make the laws are selling drugs too. I can't be in the wrong.
Hold on.
I can't be wrong.
They're selling drugs to us, not their own people.
Not to their own people.
Give me Ezekiel 14. The stumbling. Thou shalt not put a stumbling. Give me Exodus 23:1. We're gonna read that. Listen to this. We're gonna read this. 23:1. Read this.
Exodus 23 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
So it says you should not follow a multitude of men to do evil. How do you follow a multitude of men to do evil? Give me Proverbs chapter 1.
Bring it out.
I'm showing you the judgment. The addict, let's say it's my cousin, they're guilty of defiling their temple.
Right.
When God chooses it's right, he will judge them.
Right.
But guess what? The provider of the drugs is also guilty.
Right.
And you will receive a worse punishment. You understand? Why? Because you know what you're doing. You understand? What are you doing? You're taking advantage of the person.
Right.
Read this. Proverbs 1 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
My son, if sinners entice thee,
If drug dealers entice thee, we're going to protect you. We're going to put you on this corner. You seen The Wire. You seen how Avon ran his crew. You seen how, what was the other name? Marlowe ran his crew.
Right.
It says, if sinners entice thee. You seen when Marlowe came up to Bodie and said, this is now our corner. And I'm being a gentleman about it. Why? It was all, we're taking this corner by force. Why? So we can sell drugs.
Right.
Read.
my son, if sinners entice thee.
So God says if you're being recruited to sell drugs, read.
Consent thou not.
God says don't consent to doing that.
Right, right.
Don't consent to doing that. Why is he saying that? Because he's going to judge you.
Right.
Read.
If they say, come with us.
Come with us. Come on the corner of South Street and Lander. Come with us. We got you. You don't need to get no 9 to 5. This is fast money.
Right.
Come with us. Remember, we showed you the judgment for the addict. Now we're showing you the judgment for the one who provides the substance.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Come with us. Let us lay wait for blood.
Let us lay wait for blood. Why does it say let us wait for blood? Because guess what? You will hurt somebody that's trying to steal the drugs.
Right.
You're willing to kill for the drugs. Why? Because what do drugs bring into your business, into your community? It brings y'all money, business. Read.
Let us lurk purely for the innocent without cause.
Who's the innocent? The drug addicts. Because you see, you can take advantage of them. So let's lurk privily. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for them. That's where they usually be at.
Nowadays, they trying to take advantage of us.
They try. No, exactly. But guess what? First, you gotta take accountable for yourself.
Right. That's right.
You gotta take account. We all gotta take accountability for our own actions.
Right.
You can't say, oh well, now you gotta take accountability. Does the white man bring drugs into the neighborhood? Yes, but it's your crew that decided to sell it.
Right.
You didn't have to. You chose to.
Right.
Read.
Let us swallow them up, alive as a grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit.
It says, let us swallow them up. Who are you swallowing up? Your own race of people. Because you view your people as product.
Right.
You a crackhead anyway.
Right.
So I'm just going to take advantage of you to make money. What did we read earlier? Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Because you know, if I did that to you, that's wrong.
Right.
So how dare I do that to you? I'm only doing it to you. Why? Because I choose money over your family.
Right.
Right.
That's called sin.
Right.
That's called sin. Give me that scripture where Christ says, as you would do unto others, as you would others do unto you, do that unto others. It's in Matthew. Watch, listen good. Read on.
In Proverbs 1.
We shall find all precious substance.
What's the precious substance? Money. Money. Every neighborhood we've been to where they sojourn, it's all about money. Money. And there's so many other ways to make money.
Bring it out.
But you and your crew decided to do it through drug dealing. And guess what? The cops know all the drug dealers.
Right.
Guess what? Some people in your own crew work with the cops.
Right.
They work with the cops.
Bring it out.
They work with the cops. You think that's your brother. No, he's not. He's going back to the cops. He's what? Their informant.
Right.
It's a cold game.
Right.
It's a cold game. When we read in the Bible, read.
We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil.
How do you fill your house with spoil? Because on certain days you make more money. On certain days, that spoil is that money. That spoil can also be sometimes you gotta rob drug dealers and you take their money.
Right.
Remember Omar on the Wire? His whole thing was I rob drug dealers.
Right.
So when it says we shall find spoil, that's money, that's whatever. That's, you know what? These dudes are trying to rob us. We're gonna rob them and we taking your wallet, your shoes, everything.
Right.
That's the spoil. Read.
Casting thy lot among us.
What does it mean, casting thy lot among us? The lot is your crew. The lot is what you take from them. Cast in thy lot. What you get? Yo, I got 3 wallets. What you get? Yo, I got $10,000. What's the name of that rapper that just got locked up? Oh my goodness.
Young Thug?
No, the from Brooklyn. Casanova. Watch some of his interviews on Vlad TV. He'll tell you all his stories on how he was robbing people on Flatbush. Now look where Casanova is. Doing 20 to life. Was it worth it? No. All for what? What did you represent in your neighborhood? You were a menace to society. Read.
Let us all have one purse.
What does it say? Let us all have one purse. The one purse is we all are in agreement on whatever we make in our block, that's our money, our purse. Because what do women put in their purse? Their wallet, their money. That purse is the money you make from selling drugs. Read.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
King Solomon told you, don't walk with drug dealers.
Right.
Read.
Refrain thy foot from their path.
Because you're not a real man if you sell drugs.
Right.
A real man don't destroy his own community.
Right.
That's not a real man.
Right.
A real man knows how to organize.
Right. Bring it out.
That's a man.
Right.
That's a man. Hold that. Give me SIRACH 4 and 10.
out.
We talking to you like a father.
Right.
We talking to you like a brother.
Right.
We not talking to you like we hate you. This ain't no hate.
Right.
This is love.
Right.
We're not getting paid for this. The cops didn't send us over here.
Right.
We traveled over, some of us 2 hours to be here.
Right.
Some of us from Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Long Island. We're not from here.
Right.
But we came here.
Right.
Read.
SIRACH chapter 4 and verse 10.
Read.
Be as a father unto the fatherless.
That's a man according to the Bible.
Yes.
Be a father unto young men that don't have fathers.
Yes.
And guess what? Ask some of these former drug dealers from the 80s. It wasn't worth it. They just released Batulu Shakur. He did 39 years in prison. Now, he wasn't selling drugs. He was with the Black Panthers. But my point is, some of these drug dealers from back in the 80s and 90s, what are they trying to do now? Educate young men. Yo, it's not even worth it.
Right.
It's not even worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it. And we're reading the Bible.
Right.
Chinese people are not talking to you like, that's not your brother.
Right.
That's not your brother. We're your brothers.
That's right.
Read.
Be as a father unto the fatherless.
That's a commandment. God says, be a father unto the fatherless.
Right.
Guess what that is? I'm not going to get a job for you. But if you need help finding a job, I'll show you how to find a job. But you got to put the suit and tie on. You got to go door to door. You got to send out the resumes. You got to put the work in.
Right.
I cannot force you to get a legal job. I cannot force you to sell drugs. That is your decision.
Right.
And there is a penalty to pay when the cops take you up in a RICO case.
Right.
And don't cry neither. Don't cry neither. Mama, come and get me. That's what happens.
Right.
That's what happens.
Right.
Why? Why is he crying? Why is Tyrone crying? Because he's facing 25 to life.
Right.
And he's only 22. So you better stop the drug dealing now. God is going to judge you, not me. We're the messengers.
Right.
We're here to save your life.
Right.
God is going to judge you.
Right.
Read.
And instead of an husband unto their mother.
Meaning when you see these single women, instead of looking to get up in her drawers and to pretend to be a husband, you be the father. Right. That's why it says that instead of what?
Instead of an husband unto their mother.
And instead of a husband, instead of being a husband unto the brother's mother. You're trying to be a father to her, not a husband, not have sex with her. Read.
So shalt thou be as the son of the Most High.
God says, now I consider you a son of God. Now I consider you a son of God. Go back to Proverbs 1 where we were at. So yeah, are we recruiting? You damn right we're recruiting. Right. We're recruiting you black men to change and repent.
Right.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't love you. This is love.
Right.
The love is, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. Read.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
So remember what we said earlier. The drug addict who smokes crack, he's wrong. That's sin. But the drug dealer, like we're reading in Proverbs 1, he's also wrong. And he's going to pay a penalty as well. Both are wrong. It's just one has a more severe punishment. Think about it. When the cops do a RICO case on you, they wait. They know everybody. And they look who they could get, who they could snitch on. Guess who some of the best informants are for the cops? Women.
Right.
Women. Some of these girls you got selling drugs for you are working with cops.
That's right.
Working with cops. They know the whole layout.
Right.
They got your pictures on the wall.
The drug addicts too.
The drug addicts too. You didn't see The Wire?
Right.
You didn't see The Wire?
Right.
You know you saw The Wire. They know all your names. Right, the first 48, they know all your names. You understand? And look, if the shoe fit, wear it. You know if you're, whatever we're reading, you know if you're guilty or not. Read.
Refrain thy foot from their path.
It says, refrain thy foot from their path. You mean you don't follow them? Yeah.
Chinese man riding through the block right now, right?
Yeah.
And you stop. You gonna stop him and give him one of them pamphlets, right?
I thought it's not for them.
It's not for them. No, it's not for them. No, if they want one, they can have it, but it's not for them. Right. Why? Hold on. Give me Matthew 18:10.
Bring it out.
I'm gonna tell you why. It's not for them. They're not black. They're not an Israelite.
Right.
Guess what? Guess what?
So,
Guess what? Martin Luther King was fighting for the rights of what people? But who reaps the benefits of that? Chinese people,
Right.
Japanese. He was fighting for us. But guess what? They came. Oh, well, we taking these benefits too. We're minorities. We don't have Chinese people are minorities. Give me a break.
Right.
Give me a break.
Right.
Give me a break.
Right.
Read.
Matthew 18 and verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Is that Matthew 18:10? I wanted the one, the Son of Man has come to save that which was lost. Next verse, read.
Yeah, 11. Verse 11.
Verse 11.
Verse 11.
Verse 11. For the Son of Man
For Jesus Christ, a black man,
is come to save that which was lost.
that's why we said if a Chinese man, our job, our goal is not We're here to save all people.
Right.
All people don't need saving.
Right.
You need saving. You need saving.
Right.
None of us are saved. Right? Go back to Proverbs 1. We're going to bang this in home. We're going to bang it home. Read this.
Verse 16. For their feet run to evil.
What does it mean, their feet run to evil? Drug dealers,
Right.
Bloods, Crips, neighborhood gangs. God says their feet run to do evil.
Right.
Why? Because their mind is not right.
Right.
It's not. They need help. Read. So now, hold on. So you understand what we just read? Do you understand that a drug dealer is wrong just as well as a drug addict? Very good. Do you understand that? Very good. Now, I'm going to show you something. You may say to yourself, yo, everything y'all said is true. But I don't sell drugs. But some of my people, I know what they do. I know some drug dealers. I know some, but I'm not about that. I hang with them, but I'm not with that. Let me ask you a question. Are you guilty for hanging with gang members? Of course. You say, of course. What do you say? Yes. Very good.
But you're not guilty by association, but
You are guilty by association.
you know the evildoers. You're amongst the evildoers.
You are guilty by association.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.